Capricorn, welcome and hello. I'm Chrissy from Angelic Inspiration. Thank you for joining me for your February 2019 tarot card reading. Hope all is well. I've been away for a few months, just getting back in the game, as they say. So here I am, ready to do your reading for you. I hope all has been good. Looking at your cards, I was a little kind of some parts of this reading are just great with the tower in here, and so I'm going to give you my best interpretation of these cards. This is the Druid Craft Tarot and one of my favorite decks to work with. I also have a guidance card for you for the month of February. I am a little late getting these out. My apologies. And if anyone like a private reading from me, I will leave my email in the description box below. I do readings, of course, in person if you live near me, video, phone, or Skype, okay? All right, so let's jump into this. So as we come into the month, you have the Two of Cups, which I feel as though you're re-engaging. This is soulmate relationships. This is love. This is a reiteration of maybe a long-term, long-lasting relationship. I feel like those who are married, this is going to be a great month. It's going to be filled with love and mutual respect and understanding for this month, just coming right into the month. But what I do feel here for you is, if there's anybody out there who either you work with your spouse or you work with family or you have a business together or things like that, I feel as though this month is really going to bring it forward and have creative ideas, and there's a lot of recognition around work and relationship for you, Cap. So that is really good on the table. I feel like some of you have lost or have had in the past, maybe even 6 months or so, I feel like you've lost a parent or a grandparent has passed away, or some paternal figure it could be. And I think that you're helping somebody or the rest of your family or your other parent, you're helping them out with trying to keep the family traditions going, and whether that's in your own immediate family, in-laws, ex-laws, it's something that is here. And I feel like it's like the spirit energy is here. And I don't do mediumship, but I do feel the presence of that. So that's just kind of on a side note to this reading for those of you who that resonates with. I think the death was kind of sudden and unexpected, and you're getting through it, and you're working through, some family stuff with what that is all about. But this is definitely someone who has passed already. This isn't someone that's going to pass right now. That's what I feel. Now, there's a lot of Capricorns out there, so it's a general reading, and I don't really like to put that out on a general reading. So if that resonates for some of you, that's great. And, I just don't want everybody to think that someone's going to pass on them, because it's something that's already passed by, right? So you're working with the fallout of what that is all about, whether that be paperwork or inheritances or, things of that nature you're working through, and you're doing a great job with it, with what's there. I feel like, too, also some of you probably have had, changes or upheavals, changes that you weren't expecting. Now, Pluto is in Capricorn. It's, there's been a stellium in Capricorn in the south node of the moon. So, it makes sense. And with the eclipses and stuff, some of you guys have felt like some real inevitable changes that really needed to surge. It really needed to make changes for you. And I think with Capricorn, you've been working so hard and so responsible to what these changes are. And honestly, guys, you've faced a lot of fear. It's like looking at that fear right in the eye and staring it down. And you probably came to a epiphany of, oh my gosh, my fears have come true. But you realized, one thing you realized with it is you've gotten through them, right? And that's not to be taken lightly, because in these cards, you've been through a lot. And the energy is geared that way so that you can shine. You can really, people see you for your work, your hard drive, your seriousness. One thing I want for you for this month is to let go of some of that seriousness, because I feel like not the worst, I don't want to say the worst is behind you, but you've let go a lot and you're really figuring out who you are at whatever age you are. There's a cycle, there's something completing for Capricorn that is bringing you into balance. It's bringing you into focus and into balance, and to see yourself who you are today with all this inevitable change and these chapters closing and work. Some of you, it's all good, right? But it's hard getting there. Sometimes the energy can be so heavy. Just use your own guidance system to let yourself navigate the energy. The best you can align cosmically is your best foot forward, right? So embrace some of that. For what it's worth, for the advice I can give of what I see here, it's all, the sky is clearing, right? I think here in these cards where you have the Tower, I think some of you might have lost a job, or have been laid off or let go, or a project fell through, but it was made to be that way so that you can shine on with the new projects and things that come to, the new jobs, the new opportunities. All right, because you have the Three of Pentacles here, and you have this sense of traditional value, right? So in February, you're going to be working, you're going to be, excuse me, you're going to be coming up to a time where you're shining. People are watching what you do. You're going to be rewarded for the hard work and the diligence that you give, and it's going to show. You're also harvesting all the seeds you've planted. So you're contemplating and getting ready probably for the spring or the new rebirth or the new beginning that is coming your way. You've planted the seeds, you've set your intentions, you've had a few hooks and scrambles and a few things right in the middle of all of it, but I feel like 2019 is your place where you are going to get ready to harvest. And that could be, bringing in the new beginning in the spring, and really feeling it by fall and into 2020. You're definitely gifted in areas of responsibility and able to conform to that traditional structure that you hold. You hold that inevitably, and you feel the leadership in taking charge of family, the responsibility, the work ethic. You have that all here in this reading. For some of you, I just feel like the underlining energy for this reading is the King of Swords, which can be male or female because this is a general reading, but you're clearly focused and you're kind of driven in a way of like methodical thinking, to the point where you're figuring out that you're going to harvest, you're going to reap what you sow. And you've put all the planning to great use, right? And the next card there is the Sun. So by 2020, on your next birthday, there's happiness, there's bliss, this could be a card of marriages taking place for you guys. So this could be a year of really gearing up and getting ready for what the future holds. And that's predicting out, even though we're working in the month of February. But there is inner child, there's play. These cards want you to almost have some fun, let loose, play. I know you have that structure that you hold so deep, But this is a card to really enjoy people, play. You've been through a lot, right? Some of you have moved. There's been relocation, moving. But have a good time. Enjoy your family, your travel. Use some adventure. Keep the traditions alive, but let yourself loose a little bit. Have some fun. Enjoy. Work hard, but still lead the pack and do what you need to do. Within relationship, I feel like you are leading the way, whether you're male or female. The Lord card is the Emperor in the deck, in the traditional tarot. And that's where I'm feeling like either some paternal or it's some fatherly or grandparent or uncle that is going to be, kind of guiding or helping you or good advice. But I feel as though you're going to lead your own way forward and you're not going to listen to anybody else this month anyway. You know your direction and you're going to execute that, and you're going to do everything that you think is right and not to conform to the whatever it is. You just know your own role and you know your own path forward. Now, I pulled some clarity on the Tower. So there's a decision that you're going to come to after waiting a long time. And I feel like some of you, it was financial and you're almost there. You're somewhat out of the way of the upheaval that's taken place. And for those of you who felt depleted or bankrupt or left out in the cold, or you're going to rebuild and renew and regain, and it's only a matter of time. This is really, the Hanged Man is about stagnation. So there's been something you've been trying to decide upon, and you're going to, in the month of February, right around the third week, you're going to come to terms with what that is. Now, the sun is in Aquarius this month until it goes into Pisces after the 21st, or right around there. So you're dealing with, second house matters, right? Because astrologically, somewhere in your natal chart, you have to see what planets are in Aquarius for you. Because I think for some of caps out there, your foundation, your money, your fortune, what you value, the sun is shining on that right now. So you're rebuilding and regaining financially and work-wise. You're regaining that back. For some of you, you're finding, some of you have a great love and, children and lightheartedness and a good way to adventure and have a good time. And others of you, if you're seeking love, this is a great month to find it, okay, if you're looking. People who are in solid foundations in marriages and whatnot, you're going to really work through some difficulties or upheavals that, and really work and get through them and really find that stability and strength within love and relationships. And again, you're going to lead the way with that also. Now, if anyone's had any legal trouble or legal issues, it's upright. There's balance by the end of February. You're going to be balancing out emotional, physical, financial matters. They're all going to be balanced out. But if this is legal or law in the traditional way, and there's been any, thing brought against you or to you legally, it's upright. So it's in your favor. So legal law, you will win. You will have a win right there. If it's karmic law, same interpretation implies, okay? It's karmically, sometimes things take place so that we can walk that walk, and we're playing out in this lifetime what's needed. And that goes for others onto you too, right? It could be vice versa here. But overall, I feel as though you're focused, you're ready, you're able to mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally have that sense of control, leadership, responsibility for the month of February. Whatever you guys have come off of, I'd say October, November, even up to like August, May, this could be a 6-month swing here where you're going to find that 2019 is bringing it together for you. And if you guys like to join me on Patreon, it's a subscription channel, patreon.com. There's a lot of good readings and good content in my work over there that you can kind of dig a little deeper. And I will leave that link below. But I feel as though this month is really letting you work through some of the disastrous feelings and situations of the past 6 months. You're well on your way to new chapters, new beginnings, and you'll be able to regain and resave. You feel much more secure. You should be feeling that way. I'm curiously to hear comments, but either way, and also, Chiron has gone into Aries, so I feel like for you guys, you're going to be healing some wounds of fourth house matters, which is your home, your environment, where you live. That should be panning out for you a little bit by this point, right, where you feel that stability, but you are still healing some old wounds or growing up in family, of that place where you once lived. So there's a lot going on in these cards for you. So, I'm trying to be as clear as I can with it. But, you're going to come out of situations and able to decide what is best for you financially, physically, mentally. You're going to come up with the right decision, Cap. So a lot of good in this reading and a lot of foundational security. And you have well earned that, right? Let's take a look at your guidance. I'm curious myself. You received Medicine Mother. This is all about honoring your inner knowing. Let me read that for you. All right. Let me get to the page. Okay, Medicine Mother. There is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delay tactics or holding back, but now you're being guided to take action into bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step. When you do, the next one will be presented to you. Know that Mother always knows best, they say, and it is true. That is true. We all know our maternal figure who's extremely intuitive and insightful. This is the Medicine Mother and has gone through many ups and downs. She's lived and she's lost. She knows what it's like to suffer, and she knows what it's like to want to give up. So the medicine of this card is that it's okay to make mistakes and get it wrong sometimes. It's okay for things to come and for things to end. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. The Medicine Mother reminds you that even though you will have lows, you aren't here to suffer. You're here to be supported and support others. Let her give you the loving encouragement to take the next step forward. That's beautiful. That's really something. So this is, this goes into play with this reading because, with everything you've been through in the tower and now being able to step forward and step into your place in your own empowerment with Pluto in Capricorn, you're identifying who you are. You're becoming who you are supposed to be. So spiritually connecting is so awakening, and I hope that for you guys, you feel the power of those things, because you guys haven't had it easy, like cosmically and astrologically. So, but it's all good to come. You're working through it, and coming out of February, the main thing is the balance, right? It's the Justice card. It's about balance. So awesome for you guys. All right, Cap, you take care. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. I truly do appreciate you supporting my channel. Means a lot to me, so thank you very much. And I'll talk to everybody next month. Take care.